I don't care what you do to Tank Davis. You ain't gonna convince him. He's gonna fight his fight. I
Yeah.
don't care what the crowd says. I don't care what Coach Calvin says. I don't care what Coach Kenny says. I don't care what Floyd Mayweather says. I don't care what the referee says. He's going to fight his fight.
Yeah.
Because, and there's not a lot of fighters that can adapt in the ring. Tank Davis adapts in the ring. Tank Davis is one of the few fighters that don't need a corner.
Okay.
And what I mean by don't mean a corner, as the fight unfolds, Tank don't need a corner. He don't need instructions. He sees everything.
Yeah, he does.
He sees everything. He adapts to everything. So his fan base is shortchanging him. And that's who I be addressing when I'm addressing these conversations and the things that Tank Davis says, because your people, the fans will co-sign some of the things he say and some of the things, the actions that they do, because there's no reason Tank Davis can beat everybody. He could beat Shakur. He could beat Devin. He could beat Teofimo Lopez. He don't need an advantage. He don't need them to be weight drained. He don't need none of that.
Right.
The reason that Shakur and Devin, in my opinion, will beat him is not because of their size, it's because of their brain.
Right.
It's the ability to stay disciplined.
Yeah.
What beat Marvin Hagler for Sugar Ray Leonard? His size, his hand speed? No, his brain.
Yeah.
He had a game plan. The last 30 seconds, I'm going to steal rounds every round. And what Marvin Hagler do? He fought Sugar Ray Leonard's fight. And he lost.
Arguably.
Yeah. You understand? So that's the difference. And I think that people shortchange. People got mad at me. I've been saying this. These things get overlooked so drastically because people love to fan out over their favorite fighter and not look at history. I've been saying, and Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny could tell you this when you speak to them again. I've been the only person on here that said Tank Davis is a more skilled, talented fighter than Manny Pacquiao. And everybody they passed out. What are you talking about? No way. Yes, he is. He's a more complete, more skilled, more talented fighter than Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is explosive and athletic. He's God gifted, right? He has power in the left hand you can't explain, and he has this ability to move his hands and feet at the same time that most people can't coordinate.
His work rate is crazy.
Yeah, and his stamina, right?
Yeah.
But how many people you see can move their hands and their feet at the same speed?
Right.
It's hard. That's why certain dancers in life, I'm talking about real dancers, that people like tap dance and stuff, they're special because they can do that. They can move, they can do all these things with their hands and their feet, and they can coordinate, right? That makes them special. That's Manny Pacquiao. That's what makes him special. He can, but his feet is moving at the same time as his hands.
It's like
you don't see that.
Mike Tyson did that. He was probably one of the only guys who could do that too.
Right, but even Mike Tyson, unlike Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson had breaks. He would move his head and his shoulders at the same time as moving his feet, right? But not as throwing punches at the same time.
Right.
He would stop and throw his punches. Bang, 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 bang.
Right.
You understand? He uses his head movement, his shoulder movement, and his feet to get him in position. And then when he got in position, bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao using his feet, coming forward, and his hands.
Yeah.
His feet are started stepping at the same time his hands is.
That's true.
That's how Keith Thurman got caught, because that's unusual.
Right.
He thought he was out of range.
That's true. Even Roy Jones would leap in and throw a punch as he's in the air, but he wouldn't move his feet and punch at the same time.
Won't even move his feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but again, we have been gifted very short amount of people. Roy Jones, Manny Pacquiao, that are athletically just super duper gifted like that. You can't explain that. That can't be taught.
True.
They are the Michael Jordans of boxing. And Michael Jordan, you can't teach Michael Jordan with the highest jumper. He was the fastest runner. All in one. You can't teach that.
Right.
And especially when you add in the fact that he was committed. Because we know commitment beats talent.
Yeah.
Dedication and commitment can beat talent.
Yeah.
But when you got a talented fighter a talented athlete that's dedicated and committed, they hard to beat. That's Tank Davis. So when I say that Tank Davis is more skilled and more talented than Manny Pacquiao, I mean that. And when I said that, when they was talking about, people was hypothetically speaking and they were saying Manny Pacquiao's too big for Tank. No, he's not. Y'all shortchanging this man. Stop shortchanging him. He's not, especially at this advanced age of Manny Pacquiao. Tank Davis is not too small for him.
No, definitely not.
No. But you have people out here, man, Manny Pacquiao trying to pick on him. He need to fight Boots. What are you talking about? Tank Davis can beat Manny Pacquiao. He's more disciplined. He's more precise with his punches. He's more well-rounded.
Right.
He's just more molded.
Right.
People don't give the dude enough credit. Man, he can't go to 140, man. It's panic mode because he has a rabid fan base.
Yeah, he does.
And the worst thing that happened, Marco, I'm gonna tell you this. The worst thing that happened with the Tank Davis fans, not Tank Davis himself, but the fan base and the people around him, is the way Errol Spence lost.
Okay.
Because they didn't see that.
No.
And now they in panic mode. Oh man, this gonna happen. That can happen to Tank. Man, I ain't gonna. They protect her. They trying to bubble wrap him. Man, I'm not gonna go. I ain't letting Tank go up there and fight. Why not? Dudes come up and fight him. Why he can't go up and fight other people? Hector Garcia ain't never fought at 135.
So you think Tank's fan base is more so like that than other fighters' fan base?
Oh no, there's a few fan base that's rabid. Errol Spence fan base is rabid.
Yep.
Manny Pacquiao fan base is rabid. Anthony Joshua fan base is rabid. Deontay Wilder fan base is rabid.
True.
Who else right now? Canelo Alvarez fan base.
Mm.
He can't do no wrong.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
There's certain fighters that, you know, and I'm a fan of Deontay Wilder. Everybody knows, like, my brother. So Deontay Wilder can't do no wrong in my eyes. But I'm a realist. You understand? But I have a soft spot for people that want to give back and appreciate the fans and understand what the fans offer to the sport of boxing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have a soft spot for that, Marco, because, you know, when you can identify and realize and understand that if you don't have this fan base, you ain't got no Bentley, you ain't got no big diamond chains, you ain't got none of that. And you understand and appreciate the fans. Not saying you got to do everything the fans want you to do, but you appreciate that. I got a soft spot for that.
Right. Right. I get it.
So I watched Deontay Wilder when we was at Errol Spence and Mikey Garcia fight, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. We was in Texas. Yeah, I think it was. I watched him sign an autograph. It took him 2 hours to leave the ring seats, to get to his car in the back. It's on tape. Me and Ellie Setback. Ellie Setback has it and I have it. He signed just about every person that asked him to sign or take a picture.
Wow.
It took him 2 hours, to the point where Kelly Swanson got upset because she's like, you're taking the security away, so on and so forth. He even went to the first level in the crowd, where the crowd is on that first level, that first tier. He went right there and took pictures with each and every person as he walked out the arena. At the same time, talking to me and Ellie, and we asking him questions. This is all true.
Wow.
How could you not appreciate that?
Yeah, that's dope.
And guess how many security guards he had with him?
None.
One.
Oh, he had one? I would have said none.
Just one. And it's not even really a security. It's like a family member.
Right. Okay. What do you think about
Same reason I got the soft spot for Errol Spence.
why he
That's the
does that
same
too?
reason, because Errol does the same thing.
Does he?
He does.
I mean, I heard he was a little like, for example, with you, Roy Jones told me that Errol refused to shake his hand. Like, I heard that he gets a little touchy.
Yeah, yeah, but that's because he rock with you. If Errol will kick, he's a down to earth person. He could be
Uh huh.
he ain't perfect, so if he believe he right, he believe he right. You know what I'm saying?
Uh huh.
But you see, even when he said that with me, he still doubled back and came back.
Right.
You know
It
what I'm
seemed like he
saying?
kind of felt bad. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? Earl is a he a competitor. Can he be bullheaded? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't. Errol Spence is not a cocky, like, that's not who he is. He's
Yeah.
very approachable, and he sees and watches everything.
Right. It's just,
That's
I
the
guess,
thing.
some fighters, and I've been learning this myself now with certain fighters reacting to me, but some fighters get very touchy off things they see. Like
Well, let me
you.
tell you what with the Roy Jones and the Sugar Ray Leonards, and they turned out to be right. But this is what happened with that situation is that they were asked, obviously, that was the biggest fight. Who you think gonna win? These dudes is picking Terrence Crawford, and then you ask them, did you ever watch Terrence Crawford fight? And they're like, man, twice. Huh? So how you picking Terrence Crawford? You understand? Like, that almost sounds personal. You ain't never watched him fight.
Right.
So how you picking him?